Hi, this is Brian with WorkshopAddict.com. Today I'm going to go over Milwaukee's 3-in-1 heated jacket. It's model number 2387. I'm going to go over what comes in the kit, why a 3-in-1 jacket, the technology that's used in the jacket, changing the way you think when you're actually wearing heated wear and what you put together and how you layer, the power source used, and then finally I'll go over how I've used the jacket and what I think about it. So first, what comes with the kit? We have some pictures of the unboxing, but you end up with the power source, one M12 battery, the charger, the actual vest that holds everything. This is the actual heated portion of it. And then in the background you can see the Realtree Camo jacket that goes over it. Now when I unboxed it, the first thing that I thought of is, how do I zip in this vest inside the jacket? And that's actually the last thing that Milwaukee wants you to think about. The technology that's driven behind this is that the closer you can get this vest to your body, in fact, wearing a t-shirt and then the vest is exactly how it's designed, is where the heat will stay. The heat is going to be created in 5 regions. You have 2 along the back, 1 on each side in front, and then 2 hand warmers, 1 on each side in the pockets. So getting this closer to your body and holding the heat closer to your body is the technology that kind of brings this together. So zipping things together while you think is the way it goes, it's more for a retail outlet so these two things don't get separated in the store when sold. So when you're looking at this and say, well, how do I use it? You can use it in just about any way you want, but you will find that when you buy it in the size, which the jacket and everything is sized wonderfully, this vest is actually kind of built slim. So if you'd like to wear a sweatshirt or something underneath this vest, it's not going to happen. It's going to get tight and it's not going to work as well because the heat will have to first radiate through the sweatshirt and then to your body. The idea behind this is that your body doesn't have to create the heat so that you have to have the layers to hold it in. This vest has the insulation to hold this heat that's created by the jacket in, and it's designed that it's going to create heat where everything's needed but still allow the movement in different areas like around your shoulders so you can work or hunt or do whatever's needed. So first let me put this on here and let's come back and we'll talk about changing the way you think when you're actually wearing this stuff. So with the jacket on, you can feel everything soft, it's close to your body, and you can actually start to feel the insulation holding heat into your body even before you turn the jacket on. Milwaukee must have really put a lot of effort into saying, hey, this heat that is generated is going to stay inside. And I've used this jacket out in negative 20-degree wind chills where our kids actually were home from school, and it's flawless. You can go out in a t-shirt, this vest, in this jacket and feel comfortable. Well, I didn't have anything on but jeans on my legs. They got cold almost instantly. My normal body up top, or the core body, perfectly fine. In fact, I had the heat on low and it was not a big deal. So when you really think about this, it comes down to changing the way you think when you dress. A lot of people, including my friends that work out in construction, will put on a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, a small sweater, a zip up hoodie, and then continue to put on a jacket and a jacket over top of that so that, you know, if it's cold in the morning, gets a little warmer in the afternoon, they can start to peel layers, and that those layers keep the heat in. With this jacket, we have to change everything and say, okay, we have a layer here that's designed to keep everything in, and then we have heat options. There's 3 levels that you can turn on inside the jacket, and hand warmers. So we have to think, okay, what do we need? You start to pile layers in, you don't get the movement that you would normally like, and you purchase this unit to solve that. So you got to go out and say, okay, maybe just a long sleeve t-shirt, this in another jacket, or take something else for backup just in case you needed it. But the reality is getting it through your head the first time out, saying, I'm going to go out and work in 0-degree temperatures, and I'm wearing a t-shirt, a vest, and a jacket. It's hard, but you have to do it. And to make this technology all work together, it's something that needs to be done. So the power that's powering this unit, Milwaukee advertises it as an M12, and it is an M12. But as we'll go over in another video, you can also convert this jacket with a simple power supply to an M18 power source. With this M12 battery, it basically has a power source that has a USB option in it, and then you have your plug that heats the jacket on the side. When you put the battery in, excuse me, you can push a button, get your fuel gauge up, and it'll let you know what it is. The plug is pretty simple. You plug it in. It goes on the back side of the jacket. Now, what we can go over later is how Milwaukee has changed this to allow it to open up farther so that you can actually put a 4 amp hour 12 volt battery in it if you'd like to, which wouldn't exactly fit well in some of their other jackets. And we'll show you in the other video that you can take the standard M18 power source and drop an M18 battery in here to get a lot longer lasting or run time for heat. In fact, that will go up to 18 hours. So for somebody who's hunting or somebody who's out working and wearing this all day, now instead of saying, well, I have 2 hours at high and 6 hours on low, I can now not be worried and say, hey, I'm going to go sit in my blind all day, or hey, I'm going to go outside and work, and know that I don't have to worry about anything for 18 hours, or worst case, possibly 12 hours. That takes a lot of it out, especially when you think, well, it's cold in the morning, or what if I get cold later and the battery's dead? So it's very versatile. When we come to actually looking at and putting on this jacket, you can see that the inside of the jacket is built pretty much the same as the other parts of the jacket, except there's a little bit of different lining in the sleeves, and there's a little bit more insulation around the areas where the heat is in the jacket. And that obviously helps out a lot. Let me again take this jacket, put it on. I do it now, but the microphone would get all fuzzy. So let me take the jacket, put it on, and we'll go over some of the things in the jacket. So with the outer layer or outer shell of the jacket on, you have a few options that are well worth noting. Milwaukee has made the outside of the jacket a lot more quiet. So if you're rubbing together with it, or rubbing together, moving around, they say it's a lot more quiet, and it is. It's a lot quieter than their first and second generation jackets. Hunting wise, if you buy really high quality, quiet hunting gear, this doesn't compare. So don't expect to go out and say that, hey, this is going to compare with my high quality hunting gear that's really quiet. But for a work jacket or for a medium end hunting jacket, it's perfect. It's nice to move if you're walking through the woods, but if you're bow hunting and sitting there wanting to be like extremely quiet, this material is still going to make noise when you move. There are some other benefits. I mean, they have normal jackets where you can tighten the sleeves, but the zippers on each side allow you to get inside to the vest and put your hands inside the hand warmers, which is very nice. The outside pockets that are here are held closed by a single little round magnet that's right here. I'm not so sure in a hunting jacket that that's what I would like, or even a work jacket. If I'm piling things in and out, I kind of like zippers. I like the option of leaving the zipper open, but I can see maybe you'd get confused as to what zipper is what. Both the vest and the jacket have nice pockets on the chest, easy to get to, and with the vest, as far as turning something on, it's simple. You can just reach inside to turn something on. You push and hold. Turns red, which is high. Push it again. You got blue for medium, or white for medium, blue for low, and then it keeps going. Push it again, and you push and hold, and it turns off. Same for the hand warmers. They too have the 3 options: push and hold, and it's off. So when using this jacket, it's easier to get to, knowing that you might have layers on, but if you do have a sweatshirt over top of this, it's going to get harder and harder to get to the easy on, easy off switch. But either way, no matter how it is, layering up is not needed with this technology. Changing the battery out with the jacket on, although you can access it through this opening or zipper that's meant for your hand warmers, it's not going to be as easy. And in fact, while you're wearing it, changing the battery out is mediocre as far as easy. But it is a little more out of the way with this jacket than others. Seems like Milwaukee had them on the right-hand side before. I could be wrong, but I always used to run into things with it. This seems a little farther back, and the jacket is physically a little bit tighter, so it's closer to you, and you get used to it over time. The water resistance on this has been excellent. I have not opened a hose up on myself yet, and I hope not to. But with that said, I have had this out in rain and snow, and it's not gotten through the inside. Everything is, you know, the outside of the jacket will be wet, inside is perfectly dry. You can wash this jacket without the battery and power pack in place. No issue. If you do put it in the dryer, they suggest that you put it on low. More and more that I actually use this jacket, I found that the vest is very comfortable to use and fits under almost every other jacket that I have. So the vest to me is something that is almost in constant use. Even if I'm just walking out in my garage to talk to a buddy for a while, it's cold out there, I'll throw the vest on. If there's a battery sitting around, I'll hit the heat on low, and I'm completely comfortable standing outside in jeans, a t-shirt, and a vest in 30-degree weather. That's just part of this 3-in-1 that makes it so much more. If you had to zip it in or if it was bulky, it just comes down to changing your way you're thinking about how you dress in the cold and being more comfortable relying on the heat that's coming through here. So make sure you check back. We're going to go over how to change this to an M18, because to me, I want more than 2 hours on high. If you can stop over at workshopaddict.com, we have a forum there. We'll talk about this jacket. We can talk about tools. We also do woodworking, metalworking, do-it-yourself stuff. Subscribe to our channel or leave a comment in the bottom. We'll be happy to get back with you. Thanks for your time.